A shadow falls over Gaza as communications vanish, and many believe a devastating new chapter may be imminent. The abrupt telecommunications blackout that swept across the Gaza Strip comes just as Israeli tanks push into strategic neighborhoods bordering Gaza City's heart, raising fears and questions that demand attention. But here's where it gets controversial. How much of this blackout is tactical, and what does it mean for vulnerable civilians? As of Thursday, Gaza's internet and phone services have disappeared, leaving hundreds of thousands of people isolated and anxious. For many residents, past interruptions in connectivity have closely preceded major Israeli offensives. Ismail, a local using a precarious eSIM workaround, put it plainly: whenever the phones go dead, it's a sign that brutal action is close. On top of the telecom shutdown, violence is escalating. In just the past 24 hours, Israeli strikes and gunfire have killed at least 79 Palestinians, most in Gaza City, according to Gaza's health ministry. Residents report tanks rolling into Sheikh Radwan and Tel Al-Hawa, key entry points poised for further advances towards the packed city center, where hundreds of thousands have sought shelter, many with nowhere else to go. And this is the part most people miss. Telecommunications companies are sounding the alarm, stating their main network routes were deliberately targeted during what they call ongoing aggression. The Israeli army has remained silent on these claims, only confirming their troops are expanding operations to dismantle terror infrastructure and continue activities in southern areas like Khan Yunis and Rafah. Israel contends it must eradicate Hamas in Gaza and rescue the remaining hostages, but critics worldwide have condemned this, describing the offensive as excessively harsh after 2 relentless years of war. What do you think? Is this justified, or has it gone too far? Since August 10th, when Israeli leaders declared their intent to take Gaza City, nearly half the population has attempted to escape, though many are stuck in ruined homes or makeshift tents. Bassam al-Kanu, one of countless displaced people, described his family's desperation. "We are terrified. Where could we go? Children shaken by constant explosions, adults huddled on beaches or rubble." Israel has urged civilians to flee to a designated humanitarian zone in the south. Yet aid agencies report brutal shortages of food, medicine, and proper shelter. In fact, just this week, 4 additional Palestinians, including a child, died purely from malnutrition, raising the war's hunger death toll to more than 435, almost a third of them children. Israeli officials maintain that the true scale of the crisis is exaggerated. Does this match what you're seeing? The government media office under Hamas claims over 3,500 people have been killed since Israel marked its offensive in August, with a striking majority dying in the north, though the south remains far from spared. This has sparked debate. Is Israel intentionally trying to depopulate northern Gaza? Meanwhile, the streets tell their own story. A column of battered vehicles loaded with worldly belongings travels the coastal road. Families perched precariously atop mattresses and bundled supplies, seeking safety yet finding only more danger. Residents recall seeing tanks in the center of Sheikh Radwan and Tel Al-Hawa following major explosions, detonations reportedly triggered by driverless, explosive-laden vehicles, leaving countless homes flattened. Health officials now report that the total Palestinian death toll in the 2-year war has surpassed 65,000, a staggering number. All this began after Hamas led attacks on southern Israel in October 2023, with 1,200 Israelis killed and over 250 taken hostage. Here's something to ponder. As the blackout falls and tanks roll in, is enough being done to protect civilians? Are communication blackouts ever acceptable, or do they cross a line? And why, after years of bloodshed, does peace remain elusive? Let's talk. Do you think the communication blackout was a necessary military tactic, or an unacceptable act that puts lives at risk? Has the world overlooked the human cost of this conflict? Share your thoughts below, No opinion is off limits.